Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to this episode of Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosien. Our producer is Nick Steffens. Our publisher is Matt Bryant, and we're part of the Southeast Iowa Union. Later today, our guest will be Kathy Ebert. Kathy wears many hats, but today we're going to talk about the one that is related to the Lions Club and the pancake supper that's coming up on November the 8th. So all summer long, I wore long sleeves. Now that it's getting cooler, I'm in short sleeves because this room is so dang hot.
It's 70 degrees in here.
Toasty. I have a problem.
I think you do.
But if that's the worst problem, that's fine. Yesterday had more.
Oh, yeah.
Good event, though. Nick was a busy boy. I mean, if you're a Washington Live subscriber, and if you're not, please click like and follow. You'll get notified when we go live. You can watch this show, the coaches show, or the forum that Nick put live.
Yeah, it was a nice 10-hour day. Helps the soul, I guess.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for you.
Yeah. I slept like a rock last night. It was a nice 9 hours sleep.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
I can relate with it's either one extreme or the other. I can either have a spoiled day that's like nice and tight, or it's just.
Oh yeah, today's gonna feel like a breeze now.
Well, perspective.
Yep.
What else? Let's see. If you have a birthday shout out, put that in the chat or email washialive@gmail.com. Something was funky 9 months ago because I have like 7 birthdays today, plus our celebrity birthday game at the end. I have not read the police report yet, so that will be a blind read.
Yeah, it's some good stuff because it includes Halloween night. So
Yeah, it looked long. In the meantime, right now it's 57 degrees and mostly sunny, aiming to be a beautiful day. And I think a pretty beautiful week. Maybe some rain later on.
I think Friday, Saturday is supposed to be rainy and crappy.
Prepared for that. Local events. In an hour, if you're watching live or catch us right at the beginning, there's a ribbon cutting for the Ola Babcock Miller house, which will be an Airbnb. Clay Whistler and his partner have rehabbed that home. If you're not aware, we should do a history lesson on that. Ola Babcock Miller is the founder of the Iowa State Patrol. There's a big building with her name on it right next to the Capitol, State Capitol building in Des Moines, and she's a Washington native.
Oh, well, I learned something new today.
There's your thing. So that's at 11. Other local events include tomorrow a Nothing But Iowa fundraiser night at the Washington Public Library. Of course, we'll talk about the upcoming pancake supper with Kathy after the break. So, police report. What you got?
Gotta look.
Or find out. Since we last spoke, 65 calls for service, 12 in traffic, 7 animal. Hey, animals bumping up.
Yep.
I bet we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
4 in the civil standby, 3 in the suspicious activity, 3 in the sex offender checks, 3 public service, 3 trespass, 3 welfare, 3 warrant, 2 burglary, 2 fire call, 2 harassment, and 2s and 1s the rest of the way down with our normal. There is a new one in pornography. That's a 1. Did you pull that one?
I did not.
I don't know if I want to know. And then 1s in the hang up and the DP and Q and the fire call. Let's see what we have. On north side of Washington, Iowa, reports an employee was terminated and took a company credit card with her. She made 3 charges to Walmart in Washington and Goodwill, just under $1,000 worth of items. 104 responded, report to be filed.
Only at under 1,000. Like, if you're gonna do it, go all
I don't know. I have some strong feelings in this category. I don't even want to get into it. But yeah, that is bad behavior. Obviously, maybe a disgruntled employee, but I have no respect.
Yeah.
0. Like, I feel angry. Sorry, as a business owner.
Oh, yeah, I imagine, yeah.
Anger. All right, so East Adams, whoops, we're not saying the numbers, but this caller requests an officer for a raccoon that is not acting right. 113 responded and assisted.
What's the the baseline for a raccoon?
The category is animal injured, so that's animal call number 1.
Yeah, I just want to know what's an acting right for a raccoon.
Well, I was at a city councilor's house recently, just stopping by on Polk, and there's a little raccoon that lives in the storm drain, and it seemed to not be acting right. But not acting right is because it was a juvenile raccoon, so it didn't know better to be like scared.
Yeah,
because she's like calling for it, and like it's like kind of coming closer, and then I'm getting closer to it, and she's like, "You don't need to do that; it'll bite you." And I'm Anyway, let's move on. East 2nd, we have a caller reporting a loud bang that sounded like someone was trying to break in about 5 to 10 minutes ago. 103 and 113 responded and were unable to locate.
Another ghost.
Well, and the bang goes away.
Yes.
Sound does not, goes bye-bye. We have the report of a driver or of a disabled vehicle. No issue. The driver pulled out to take a picture. It is that time. It's pretty times.
But then I think the next one might shed some light, possibly. I don't know if they're connected, but
It's not close in the address. Reports a neighbor is pointing a camera towards his residence. 104 responded. Neighbor was made aware of the complaint. And it was a neighbor pointing a camera. Sometimes our nuisance officer, like if there's an issue with grass or snow removal, but that would be, they would have like city garb on. We have another animal call here of the report of an injured deer laying in a field on their property. 927 responded and made the animal final.
which is a very interesting way of.
That's how it's worded. You know what you can deduce, yeah?
Yeah, like it's a very. You could have said they killed the deer.
Well, a final that's the appropriate, yeah.
I guess.
Made it it's humane, not gonna lie. You don't need to let it suffer. Caller reports someone is knocking on their door. 110 responded and spoke to the homeowner, advised that it was just trick-or-treaters. No issues. Yeah, it is October 31st. All these damn kids keep coming up and knocking on my door. We have another raccoon. This report is a raccoon by the house that is acting strangely. 110 and 103 responded to the scene. The raccoon ran up a tree and appeared to be okay.
See, I just don't know what people expect raccoons to act like.
Is there something in the season with the change and the raccoons? I don't understand. But we have one more animal. This is just a dog barking and looking towards a dark area in his yard. Requested deputy check the area. 9220 checked the area, unable to locate it.
Yeah, like I said, I think off the air, I think everyone was just kind of spooked with Halloween going on.
It was a beautiful night.
Yeah, it was, but I think maybe they watched too many scary movies and were on edge.
The raccoons were out, the kids were out, so it is on a beautiful Halloween and a beautiful week. Stick around after the break on this episode of Washington Live. We'll pick up where we left off with Kathy Ebert. We'll see you soon.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
Years ago, I was addicted to the hokey pokey. Did you know that?
No.
And then I turned myself around.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron. Our producer is Nick, and our guest is Kathy. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Jaron.
Thank you for coming today to talk to us.
Not a problem.
As mentioned, I like to start with a little bit of background and then talk about the event. So you're a Lions Club member. Mm-hmm. Tell our viewers about Lions Club, or how long you've been a part of Lions Club, and maybe what their mission, what their kind of focus and mission is.
Okay. I've been a member of the Washington Lions Club for 25 years,
And we are actually here in Washington.
And does that set a record in your membership? Are you kind of right in the middle?
No.
Are you like a young member? Or?
I am. We're going to celebrate 50 years after the first of the year.
Okay,
years,
cool.
So I'm definitely not at the beginning.
So 25 years in the line. I cut you off. I apologize.
That's all right. And we do lots of activities around in Washington. Lions focuses on eyesight, helping people with diabetes, helping people with hearing aids. And then we also have a program that's called Kids Sight, which they screen preschool-age children to find out if they are having problems with their vision. Because lots of times preschool-age children don't know
It would
they're
go
having.
unnoticed, I suppose,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. And actually, the program started in Washington, Iowa. It was through the University of Iowa.
The Kids Sight program
The Kids Sight
started?
program started in Washington. And they used to have Polaroid cameras. They would take the pictures and the pictures of the kids' eyes, and then we'd have to send the Polaroids to the university, and they would read them. And
How could they tell from a Polaroid? Did
They
it have to
can't.
do with the focus or the?
I mean, it's just like the camera just gets like right in their face, so it's like just on their eyes. They'd had to do several retakes sometimes, but then if there was a problem with the kid, then the parents would be notified, and they could go to the eye doctor and get glasses.
Well, this is fascinating for me. I'm realizing, I've known the Lions Club existed,
Mm-hmm.
as well as Optimist, but I think my grandpa was a Kiwanian, and
Uh-huh.
so I just happen to not know about your focus. Eyesight, diabetes, hearing aids, Kids Sight. And that started in Washington, but is Lions Club a national, or is it a state?
International.
International. It's huge.
Yes, it's all over the world.
How far has that Kids Sight programming gone? Has that also gone to everywhere, or just?
Yes. Oh, yes. It's all over the country now.
That is cool.
Yeah. When we first started, we had members that would travel around southeastern Iowa and go to different cities and screen the kids because they only had a couple cameras because the cameras were super expensive.
Sure.
Well, now with technology and things,
More affordable, I suppose.
more affordable. The cameras are lighter weight, easier to take pictures of. They're more forgiving as to correctness of. They can take better pictures now, and then they go directly to the university.
Do you know how that health and wellness focus became the Lions Club mission? Like how it landed in those categories that you
Well,
mentioned?
Helen Keller was the one that helped start the Lions Club
Okay.
because of not being able to see and not being able to hear. And so it was somebody that was interested in helping so people could,
Sure, helping others with the thing that they were
exactly
challenged with, yeah.
struggling with, yeah. So
That makes sense. Your club, let's talk about the membership a little, when it meets and how many members you have. And I imagine that if this would be a passion that someone prefers, that you're probably accepting new members.
of course we are.
Well, tell us about those things.
Currently, we are meeting at the Y, and we meet the second and fourth Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m.
Second and fourth Tuesday at 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of nice. Some clubs meet at 7 a.m., some meet at 6:30 a.m., some are noon. I feel like you could choose a club based off your schedule or on your passion.
Exactly. And that's sometimes the reason we have trouble with membership because it's hard for like younger families. If they have kids at home, they don't want to be coming to a meeting on 6:30 on Tuesday
Although,
night.
depending on the age of their child, the
That's true.
YMCA, it could potentially
Exactly.
do an activity.
Yes. We haven't always met at the Y. I mean, that's our most recent location that we've been meeting at.
And how many people do you have in your club?
We have around 25 members right now.
Who wins the prize for the do you have a founding member?
We have both Ron Anderson and Yarrow Schmeeler, I believe.
Oh, sure.
Have been with the club pretty much since the beginning.
That's something I enjoyed with the Kiwanis Club. They certainly recognize like perfect attendance and the diligence of their members and the years in the club as time just flies by.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'll be hitting like 10 years and I'll be hitting 10 years at Rotary soon. I'm all over the board. Let's focus. Anything else about the club you'd like to share before we go to the event we're going to talk about?
Another thing that we do that people might recognize is we pop popcorn at the park for the band
That's the Lions Club. Okay.
every Thursday night in the summer when the band plays.
So we've lost, the farmer's market is done for the year, but there would be an opportunity to learn more about the Lions Club when you're getting popcorn at the farmer's market. We'll also put your Facebook page in the chat, as mentioned, if people would like to connect with the group there.
Exactly.
And let's show the poster and talk about the event. This is your annual event, and how many years have you been doing it?
Oh my gosh. At least 20, if not more.
20. And always on election night?
Always on election night.
So this is the event. It's the Pancake Supper, Tuesday, November the 8th. What is that? I think there's construction going on in the building.
Yeah, they're upstairs. They're like turning them into apartments, so we get to deal with this.
Fantastic.
Makes my job really fun and easy.
So if you can hear it, it's the boys upstairs, or maybe boys and girls, doing construction to turn those into apartments. Back to the event. So it's Tuesday, November 8th. What should people know?
The pancakes are delicious.
And then in addition to pancakes, there's a protein. You
Yes, we
mentioned
have
sausage as well.
Pancakes and sausage.
Let's-
And all you can eat.
Awesome. So you'll start with the plate, but if you'd like more, you can have it.
Exactly.
I assume, is there a carry-out option for
There is
people
a
that are
carry-out
on the
option.
run?
Yes, there is. Actually, last year we did a drive-through, which was very successful, but at the UP church, it's not easy enough to have a drive-through and a dine-in at the same time. So we decided this year we'll just do the dine-in and carry-out again.
No drive-through, but carry-out is an option. And what is the cost for tickets? And
$8.
$8.
5 and under are free.
That is so reasonable. How many other fundraising events do you do throughout the year? Is this your big one?
No, it's not our biggest one. Our biggest one is we do serve food at fly ball tournaments, which are held in the Amanas.
I'm not familiar. What's a fly ball tournament?
It's a dog race.
Oh. Are you
There's-
familiar with this, Nicholas? Have you heard?
I am not.
Okay, so fly ball, it's a dog race.
There's 4 dogs on a team. It's like, and they race against another team, and it's like a drag race. They have timers and everything, and the dog, when the light turns green, they can run down. There's a board, like a box, spring-loaded with a tennis ball. The dog hits the box, the tennis ball flies in their mouth. They run back, and then at the exchange point, the other dog comes, and they do it 4 times, and they race against the other team.
Do
It's
people come from all over? It
all
sounds very
over, all
interesting.
over.
Yeah.
St. Louis, Omaha, Minneapolis, and actually there's a team in Cedar Rapids that just won first and second place in the national fly ball championship. It was on
National fly-
ESPN a few weeks ago.
Well, then I have learned things today. I've learned the mission of the Lions Club, and I've learned about flyball tournaments.
So we go up there on the weekends that they run the tournaments. We serve lunch on Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday morning they do a pancake feed for everybody at the flyball tournament.
And you're doing the pancake feed there?
Yes, yeah, we cook the pancakes there, and then we serve lunch on that day too, and then. But it's a haul up there. I mean, it takes a good hour to get up to the
Well, it
event
sounds like it
and
might be
back.
worth it if you're.
It's definitely. We brought in over $6,000 this year.
Congratulations. So that event has been finished or
That's
done.
done for the
That's
year.
every year, kind of when?
April to September.
So there's 2. There's one in April and one in September?
Oh, there's one every month.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
And then you do 2 of them? Or
Oh, we do all of them.
you do every single one?
Mm-hmm.
But it goes from April to September, so now it's done. I understand, every month from April to September.
Correct.
I'm a slow one sometimes. But I'm putting it together. So there's options for you to support the Lions Club as a member, if you wanted to take a trip and do the flyball tournament, or the closest would be the Pancake Supper upcoming this Tuesday, Election Day. You'll remember November 8th. Anything else you'd like to share?
Just that we also support several local groups here in Washington. If they need money for fundraisers or different types of things.
How do people reach out to the Lions Club for support in that way?
A lot of times they will contact, my husband, Bill Ebert, is the president right now, and he gets a lot of information. The chamber keeps an update as to who the president is, so if people contact the chamber,
Chamber
they
of
can find
Commerce.
out.
And is it a family affair as well? Is Jody looped in? Is she a member?
She's the treasurer.
All right, that you guys are on it. Of course, you don't have to be a family member
No, you don't have to be a family
with
member.
those 25 people that you work with. We're going to go to break, which is nice because if we've missed anything, we can reflect on that over the break. When we come back, we'll finish out in our lighthearted way with birthday shout-outs and the birthday game. If you have one, put it in the chat. Even if it's belated, we can find the chat from the show before. So anything we need to know, just share away. We'll see you after the break on Washington Live.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Welcome back to Washington Live. I'm your host, Jaron. Our producer is Nick, and our guest is Kathy. We've been talking about the Lions Club Pancake Supper on Tuesday, November 8th. Before we do the birthday game, we have one other piece to talk about. Tell me about Leader Dogs.
Okay, Leader Dogs. Lions Club is does a lot to help train the dogs. These leader dogs are raised specifically to help with sight for people that are blind.
Ooh, that's okay.
So like a seeing eye dog.
Seeing eye dog. Is it the same as a seeing eye dog, or is it a different category slightly?
Basically, seeing eye dog is what.
Okay.
They've just changed the name because that sounds better to say leader dog than
Seeing eye dog.
Seeing eye dog.
Fair enough.
It's probably offensive to, you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
I'm going to have to do a thought. Someone can tell me how it's offensive. I don't know right off the top of my head on that one, but I respect. So Leader Dogs.
Yes.
And you sponsored
a local person. One of the members of our club actually has a dog that we have sponsored for them because they're very expensive. I mean, it takes a lot to raise
the training
a dog,
and the time and expertise. I might have seen this dog just the other day in the coffee shop,
Yeah.
I think. That's
Quite
nice.
possible.
That's
Yeah.
nice to see how the community is benefiting.
Yes.
How did that come about? That was just one of the programs that you mentioned that people
It is. It's one of the missions of the Lions Club is to help with seeing eye dogs.
Seeing eye. So as you know, we talked about Helen Keller, founder of the Lions Club. So a lot of work related to sight and health, eyesight, diabetes, hearing aids, kids sight, started in Washington, Iowa, the Leader Dog. So if you know someone that could benefit, you could, through the chamber, reach out to the president of the Lions Club, Kathy's husband, Bill. There's a lot of good information today. Thank you for sharing it.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure, or our pleasure. Less important, of course, is the birthday game that we end on a light note. And these birthday shout-outs, quickly, I have birthdays for Noah Enfield, Kelly Brown, Barb Burns, a college connection friend, Emily Savareed, who was a Leadership Iowa friend. Happy birthday to you all. And happy belated birthdays to Nick Lyden, Roxanne Bush, and Amanda Russell. Wishing you all a happy birthday. Do you have a national day to share with us, Nick?
It is National Stress Awareness Day, so I want you to be aware of my stress.
I do de-stress sometimes by telling people about my stress. That does remind me of a local event. If you're still with us, there's from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the high school auditorium, part of the Washington Economic Development Group. Mary talked about this event. It's the stress management. And there's 2 different sessions. One's from 2 to 3, one's from 3 to 4. You could go to both, you could choose one, but it is free and open to the public and businesses, and should be a great resource from 2 to 4 at the high school auditorium.
Good to know.
I'm glad that seed got planted to remember. All right, are you ready for the game? Are you familiar with the rules?
No, I'm not.
It's silly, but it'll be fine. Would you explain the rules for Kathy?
So I mentioned I'll put a celebrity whose birthday is today, and then there's 2 for tomorrow, because the celebrity birthdays kind of suck today. But I'm gonna put them up on the screen. You have to guess their age. If you're within 3 years, you get a point. If you're right on, you get 2 points.
Harmless. So we're age guessing because I don't know. I don't get any clue, and I help with the math. Nick is real smart, but not real math smart.
The numbers jumble my brain.
And they're single numbers. He wouldn't be good at some of the work the hats that you wear. All right, who do we have first?
First up is David Schwimmer from Friends. I once had a nightmare where I woke up and David Schwimmer was at the end of my bed, and then he turned to a camera, which I assume was a camera. He said, "Get a load of this guy," and then a laugh track played to like a deafening volume, and I woke up like all sweaty.
That is a vivid dream.
Yeah, I figured I'd share that traumatic experience.
And you remember it so well. Did you watch Friends at all?
No.
Of course not. Is like 22, 23? 23.
My girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend loved Friends, but I hated it watching it.
This is a repeat thing for some of our viewers, but this is Nick's first job out of college with digital media production, and he set the whole studio up. So
Awesome.
This is a puzzle that he put together.
Okay.
So, who would you like to go first? I'll go second, and we'll switch back and forth.
Sure. I'm going to guess him at 57.
I will go 53.
He is 56, so you guys both start out with a
We
point.
just skirt by with a point and a point. Diana B. I'm not real good, so let's just see how it goes.
Next up is Nelly, the rapper.
All right, well, I have no idea, but I am first up. I will say 51.
45.
Okay, what do we have?
45. You said 51?
I did.
He is 43. So
So you get a point and I do not.
2 to 1. We're gonna keep it moving here. We have Kendall Jenner, one of the
And now it's your turn. to go
Kardashian
first.
family
Do you remember
members.
which Kardashian in the lineup this is?
Yes.
You kind of watch it religiously, don't you?
Oh, not anymore. No.
I definitely don't watch the new
No.
Kardashian show. That would be lame.
I'm just playing. I don't want. Well, I'm spoiled. I stream.
Yeah, I stream that.
All right, you're up.
30.
31. play it like-
She is 27. Oh, you're 3 for 3.
I should have got 29. I was
3
close.
for 3. All right.
You are 3 for 3. You're gonna. I think you've got it.
The last
One
one
more.
is Dolph Lundgren from most known for Rocky 3. I hope I got that right, or I feel like I'm gonna make a
Did
lot
you
of these in my
recognize
head.
Dolph? Do you guys hang out? Am I first?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I don't know. So Rocky, let's go 66 then. Because isn't Sylvester Stallone like 66, 70, something like that?
I'm not too sure about
66
that one.
is my guess. No idea.
68.
He is 65. So Jaron, you got a point, but it's.
But you get a point too, right?
Yeah, Kathy
So-
swept it.
All 4 points. Kathy Ebert, you'll have to be on like the celebrity birthday game match. Congratulations on your win. If you'd like a trinket that Matt wants me to call a trophy, this can be yours. You don't have to take it. Your car is full of things.
Yeah, I'll save it for somebody else. It'll just be a mental note. How's that?
That is absolutely fair.
I'll write it on my calendar.
And if you would like to write on your calendar, it would be for the Election Day Pancake Supper with the Lions Club. Where's the location?
UP Church.
At the UP Church.
United Presbyterian Church, right across from City Hall.
Of course, and that was on the poster, so you already know if you're watching the show. And thank you for watching. If there's anything we need to know, put that in the chat on Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosien. We'll see you soon.